What? You want a show? Me too.
Most parents are wary of the so-called heavy metal music.
Salut à tous, METALXS, c'est l'essentiel de l'actualité métal et dérivé en quelques minutes, le tout en images, en musique et en interview. METALXS est une exclusivité Riffs by Crédit Mutuel, la plateforme de toutes les musiques, tous les talents en partenariat avec Art Force. C'est parti. Let the fire climb, our cries are growing thin, like a blinding light, that's lost its oxygen. Hold on tightly to our last breath. This beauty in our trance with death. Originaire du Texas, Fit for a King s'impose depuis la fin des années 2000 comme une référence du metalcore américain, combinant riffs agressifs, refrains mélodiques et thématiques introspectives. La formation a construit sa notoriété grâce à 8 albums dont le plus récent, l'Only God, particulièrement direct et émotionnel, remonte déjà à août dernier. Une tendance à aborder des sujets sombres et personnels se dégage depuis plusieurs années et c'est à l'occasion de la venue toute récente du groupe en tête d'affiche à Paris que nous avons rencontré son chanteur Ryan Kirby pour en parler dans METALXS. L'Only God est paru l'année dernière. Avec le recul, son regard sur ce titre et cette figure d'un dieu solitaire a-t-il évolué depuis? Pense-t-il que Dieu se sent moins seul maintenant?
Maybe the God is still lonely. The world is, a lot of what the album was about is kind of happening right now as far as the political side of things. But, because the lonely God is meant to be like a bad person in this album. So, yeah, without diving too deep, there's just a lot of not cool stuff happening.
La musique de Fit for a King est souvent traversée par des questionnements spirituels. Comment sa propre foi influence-t-elle son écriture aujourd'hui?
There's songs that, I'm a believer, so there's songs that'll talk about it, but it's definitely not like the main subject matter of everything. We go through things on parenthood, politics, or things with spirituality. I'd say those are the three main topics of the record.
En général, les interviews sont réalisées au moment de la sortie d'un disque, mais l'agenda du groupe ne l'avait pas permis en France. Avec la tournée, comment perçoit-il désormais l'accueil réservé à l'Only God?
This has been the most well-received record I think we've ever released. Every night, it's like the new songs are the most sung along to and the most hype for the crowd. So it's so cool that the new record, like not just a couple songs off of it, but like the whole thing seems like very well received by everybody, which when we do, we care a lot about our albums, not just the singles. So it's really nice to see people like listening to the whole thing and caring about the whole thing.
Monter sur scène avec un nouveau répertoire, est-ce pour lui davantage une source d'excitation ou de pression?
I'd say it's exciting because it's different, because after a few years you're playing the same songs over and over again, you're just so used to it, but it also makes it nerve-wracking a little bit because you're having to play these new songs and there's things like vocally that I did different on the new record that were harder when we recorded it. So having to do it live is like a whole new learning experience, but then once you learn, you just get better and better as a vocalist. So it's like, I'm excited to get better, but I'm also nervous to have to do all these new things maybe I haven't tried before.
Après plus de 15 ans d'existence, comment le groupe parvient-il à continuer d'évoluer sans perdre son identité?
I think I like writing as much, if not more, than touring. Writing is like what got me into music more than even the live performance. So we're always just like being in the studio is one of my favorite times ever. So, and as a vocalist, I never want to be a limiter on the band and what we can do. So I'm always pushing myself vocally, and the only way to do that is to write music that pushes the vocals too. So it's like we just keep evolving because I never want to just stay the same forever. I want to be better even as I get older, not, you know, get boring to people or even to myself. Like I don't want to write the same album every single time.
Avec Lonely God, y avait-il une volonté assumée de bousculer la formule de Fit for a King?
We actually had less plan for this record than our other ones as far as the writing went. Is that going to work with the audio or is it? I know you're used to it probably. Those doors do a good job. This record we actually had less goals than we did on the last one because then we realized on previous records we're like, all right, we need 4 heavy songs, we need to do a radio song, we need one that could be viral on TikTok, and this record we were like, let's just write music that we think is cool. And if anyone in our band thinks a part isn't cool, we need to get rid of it. Because if our whole band doesn't like the song, then how can we expect people who aren't in the band to like the song? So really the only goal we had was everybody needs to like every part of every song, and if we don't, we have to get rid of it.
Le fait que l'ensemble du groupe participe à la composition a-t-il changé la manière dont les morceaux sont construits?
It felt good. We had been trying to figure out for a long time. A lot of bands, you know, only have one writer or so, and we're very blessed to have a lot of people that are really good at writing. But the challenge is finding ways for everybody to contribute. And this, I think, was the first record where everybody kind of found a way to work together. And it felt great because it just helped everybody feel really involved.
One by one, they fall to their knees, their cries of devotion deceased.
Sur Lonely God figurent 3 invités de Motionless in White, The Plot in You et Alpha Wolf. Comment ces collaborations prennent-elles forme?
It's really just our friends. We like to, I know people always throw out like, do it with this person or do it with that, but every guest vocal we've ever done has been like a good friend of the band. Because it just feels too like business to invite somebody I don't know and just be like, here's some money, you want to scream on our song? Versus like we had toured with Motionless in White, The Plot, You, and Alpha Wolf a lot. So it felt right to have them on the record. Like in the past, we had Jake Lures, or we had Levi from Miss May I, just all people we've toured with, or Rio from Crystal Lake.
Ces feats sont-ils pensés dès l'écriture ou viennent-ils s'ajouter dans un second temps?
We usually think of them afterwards, or because I'll start writing and then be like, oh my gosh, Chris would sound so cool on this part, or same with Landon. And with Landon, it was kind of at the same moment, because with Technium, we recorded the vocals with Landon, so he was already sitting there, and I was like, you'd sound really good on that part. You should do it. And then that was the whole part.
We broke all the rules and we fell apart. If only I knew.
Sur la chanson Between Us, Ryan révèle une palette plus large que les screams auxquels il se cantonnait au début de sa carrière.
In that song, Tuck starts the song, but I come in at the end singing on the big part. But yeah, the whole record, I think, was a big step up with my singing and just adding things like even Begin the Sacrifice, the soft singing. I hadn't done a lot of that. And then in the Temple and Begin the Sacrifice, actually throughout the whole record, there's a lot of it. I think this record was the most I pushed myself with singing, and it was really intimidating to do live. But now it's easy, so it's good. So it just means I need to keep pushing myself so I can keep getting better.
Quel morceau représente aujourd'hui le plus gros challenge vocal pour lui en concert?
I'd say the biggest challenge, Lonely God, only because there's no breath. It's just screams the whole time, no stopping. And in the studio, I didn't really think that through.
L'esthétique visuelle du groupe reste particulièrement sombre. Quelle direction artistique guide la création de leurs clips?
We just kind of wanted to match. Most of the record is pretty sad or angry. Those are the two big. There's like maybe one or two hopeful songs, but I think the red and black really like match the mood of the record, and just the imagery kind of ties in with the music videos and stuff like that, which there's like a main storyline. A lot of it is like politicians and leaders or religious leaders taking advantage of vulnerable people.
Au moment de composer, le groupe pense-t-il d'abord à lui-même ou à la manière dont le public recevra ses morceaux?
For this record, we cared more about what we liked, definitely, and because we assumed our fans like when we are doing what we love. And we kind of learned that through the few years, because we used to write music for other people or for things. And then I think we just had the realization, I think our fans just want us to be true to ourselves and write what we love doing, and they will in turn support that.
Pour autant, quelle importance accorde-t-il aux critiques et à l'avis des fans?
I think constructive is really important. I think you just have to see if there's patterns. Like if one person says, I hate Shelter, but then we play every night and there's a huge crowd singing it, it's like, okay, like, but a lot of people do like, and you can't make everyone happy. But if there's a lot of people saying like, I like when you do the yell screams more than when you do this, maybe it is something we should take to heart. Like we need to do more of the pitch yells. So it's like, if there's something that we feel like is reasonable and a lot of fans seem to want the same thing, we definitely take that into consideration.
I lost my heart inside a hurricane. The heart will stop till you make it.
Comment les membres du groupe parviennent-ils à s'accorder sur les thèmes abordés dans leurs textes?
We usually write the music first, and then I will get a mood from the song, and then like if the song sounds angry, I'll write about something that makes me angry. Politics a lot, or if it's a sad song, write something sad, it's kind of like that. And if the song makes me feel no particular mood, we usually cut it now. Because if the music alone doesn't give you an emotion, then it shouldn't have to rely just on the words to give the emotion. The whole song needs to have the emotion.
La politique, justement, l'album a été élaboré en pleine période électorale américaine, dans un contexte tendu. Ryan estime-t-il que sa musique doit porter une forme d'engagement?
I think it's as much as people want to tolerate. I'm not one of those people that are like, you have to pay attention or you're a bad person, but I think it's good to pay attention, but it's also good to not make yourself miserable going over everything. Even I stopped like really posting about politics online, and I'm like, I'll just put it in our music, and if people want to dig deeper, that's cool, but at the end of the day, nobody's changing anyone's mind by posting about stuff most of the time. You're just making half the people mad and half the people happy. I don't think I can change their mind. I can just say things, and if they decide to, I encourage them to look further into it, but I'm definitely not going to like argue with them, because not that I don't think certain things are right or wrong, it's because I don't think what I say in me yelling at a person is going to be like, you know what, he's right. I don't think I've ever even heard that in a political conversation. Like, you know what, you're right. I change my mind on everything I believe. But if you listen to a song enough, maybe you start thinking about the lyrics and stuff.
Malgré la noirceur des thèmes, il semble conserver une forme d'optimisme. Est-ce un moteur essentiel pour lui?
I don't think we're doomed. I think it's up to people if we're doomed or not. I don't think it's as bad as the internet says. I think there's bad stuff, but I also think some people think things are a lot worse than they are. And so people need to have hope, because if people lose hope, then I think things are doomed.
You mean nothing!
La musique représente-t-elle pour lui une forme de thérapie?
Yeah, it's definitely, I think it's more healthy to write a song about politics than rant about it on Twitter or something. It's just, I think, better for your mental health.
Sur scène, malgré cet univers sombre, les concerts dégagent une énergie salvatrice. Comment explique-t-il ce contraste?
I think it's just people, it's like you said, it's therapeutic. I think people come here and the singing and screaming, and either there's people crying during Between Us or they're punching each other during Lonely God. It's ways to deal with the emotions you're dealing with for months or weeks at a time, and I think music is kind of a healthy way to deal with that.
Ressent-il une différence dans l'accueil du public entre les États-Unis et l'Europe?
I think Europe, the fans are very dedicated. They're very once you're a fan of the band, you're a fan forever. America does have some of those fans for sure, but I think in America you have to consistently keep them excited, keep bringing out music, keep doing, and I think because there's bands that'll barely have crowds in America and then it'll have huge crowds in Europe. And I know it goes vice versa sometimes, but I think Europe too is a lot more into festival culture. America has festivals, but it's not the same where we'll come to, fans find bands at festivals here. And I feel like America is not about finding bands, it's about just seeing a bunch of bands for less money. So, because here it's I saw you at Grass Pop, or I saw you at Hellfest, or I saw you at Rock 'em Ring, and that's so common here, and I rarely hear that in America. It's always, I saw you on this tour, or I saw you on that tour.
More energy!
Présent en France depuis une dizaine d'années, comment perçoit-il sa relation avec le public français?
I see a lot of the same fans, and I see new faces, especially because we just came through with Motionless in White not super long ago. And doing the festivals, obviously. We still haven't got to play Hellfest, so hopefully that changes next year. I've heard it's a great festival. I'd say in Europe, it's every time we come back, it's always more people, which is always great, because it's the same people come back, and then it's they bring new people in, and it's cool that Europe is, in America, it is up and down kind of a little more. Where here, it's it'll at least be as good, but probably better than last time. It's just a matter of coming out, because for Americans, obviously, it's expensive to come to the EU. So a lot of bands don't come as much as they should, but we've been making a point to be here every year, once or twice every year.
A-t-il développé des rituels ou habitudes particulières en tournée?
Honestly, if the weather's cold, my ritual is to stay in the warmest place I can, and I'll play video games or watch a TV show, talk to my wife. I hate getting a cold and doing vocals, so if it's rainy and cold, I avoid getting a stuffy nose as much as I can. But I definitely walk around the city. Every morning I go find a local coffee shop. There was one here called Clover, or Clove. It was really good. It's a 5-minute walk from here. Always try to find a local one and not a chain like Starbucks or anything. So I'd say that is very ritual. And then before the set, I try to be pretty silent. And then I'll let all the noise out for an hour and a half.
Il est de notoriété publique qu'il est fan de Magic. Sa passion l'accompagne-t-elle toujours sur la route?
I like strategy stuff, and I played Magic like back in 2009 because my friend who I was living with at the time played it. And then I stopped playing for a long time. And then we came back from the pandemic. And there was a long period, I'm sure it was the same here in the US, where you couldn't have friends and family backstage. So we were with August Burns Red and Era, and we were just like, we're really bored. We can't even like have our family back here or friends. And we're like, who wants to just play Magic or something? Because a lot of people used to play it. So we all started playing Magic backstage. And then we went on tour with I Prevail, and Eric and Dylan are huge Magic fans, and Eric got me really into like the format I play now called Commander. So it was honestly just touring. Now we have like a group chat called Metalcore Magic, and it has people from like Don Broco, Neck Deep, Movements, Ghost Inside, Knocked Loose, We Came as Romans. It's like there's like 40 or 50 people in the group chat. Like we could have a pretty awesome festival with just Magic bands.
Et au sein de ce groupe de jeu, qui est le plus redoutable?
You know, I'd like to think I'm really good, but Josh from We Came as Romans, really good. Even Tuck, he's really good too. There's even, I haven't got to play, there's a member in 156 that plays. We haven't got to play a lot yet, but even Make Them Suffer, Sean from Make Them Suffer plays Magic. He was really good. I'd like to say I'm the best, but we have to prove it.
Le groupe repartira prochainement en tournée aux États-Unis et emmène avec lui une formation française, 1056. Qu'est-ce qui a motivé ce choix?
We just followed their music, and you know, we like 56 bands. We got 156 on this run, and we took them on the US. We're like, we need 1056 now on the Europe run. And I know it's funny because obviously they're French, and we're playing like, I think 1 or 2 shows in French Canada. So, you know, it just felt right for them to be able to visit French Canada. And I don't know, we have a thing for like, we love bringing international bands over because we know how important it was for us to be taken on tour here, and it can help them build up their fan base even more, especially like we brought Landmarks on a tour in 2024 and now bringing 1056. So, you know, showing some love to the French bands out there.
À noter sur vos tablettes les sorties discographiques récentes ou apparaître dans les prochains jours. Dans un premier temps, ce sont les origines moldaves d'Infected Rain, assez rares dans le métal, qui ont attiré l'attention du public. Mais très vite, c'est la personnalité affirmée de sa chanteuse Lena Scissorhands qui s'est imposée, devenant l'un des visages singuliers du métal moderne par sa voix et par son registre entre nu metal, death metal mélodique et metalcore, toujours porté par une forte intensité émotionnelle. Alors qu'un 7e album se profile pour l'année prochaine, comme elle nous le révèle dans cette interview, la chanteuse évoque une période de transformation pour le groupe au cœur de ses nouvelles créations. Entre Vie sur la route, arrivée de la bassiste Alice Lane et liens étroits avec Butch Babies, Infected Rain poursuit son évolution. Dans les loges de la salle parisienne, où elle doit se produire dans quelques heures, nous lui avons d'abord demandé comment se déroule cette tournée européenne.
It's been amazing. Black Spikes is a really beautiful discovery for us. They are a very young band, very talented. Butcher Babies are our friends, and it was really nice to finally bring this tour to Europe, because we had a tour together in the US so many years ago, and since then fans in Europe started asking for it. Come here, babies. Come here, mamas. Good girl. Like that. My little protector is back. All right. So I feel like all the cards aligned so well, and the stars or the universe, whatever you want to call it. It's great. It's great atmosphere. We have amazing audience every single night. I am so excited for tonight in Paris, because Paris audience has always been so generous to us with their energy, with their presence, with their love, and we always look forward for Paris, always. You too? Yes.
Infected Rain installe d'année en année sa notoriété en France.
Well, as I said, I think that French audience, people just really like to have fun. And I adore that. As a musician, me personally, it matters so much when you get so much feedback. And even my musicians in the band are always so much more motivated and so much more positive when we feel such a reaction. And friends among some other countries are doing absolutely fantastic. 10 out of 10 every time. So we really love it.
Sur scène, la connexion avec le public semble centrale. Quelle place occupe-t-elle dans son approche du live?
If you've seen us live, we give away a lot. On emotional level, on energy level, we try to deliver through our bodies what we are here for. So, of course, it's super nice to receive the same back, just like in any relationship, when you receive the same love back, it's amazing.
Au lancement de cette tournée, elle évoquait une forme de mutation. Quel changement a-t-elle réellement constaté depuis les premières dates européennes?
Well, all these changes actually are happening every day with every show. It's like a growth. It's a mutation of people becoming better versions of themselves. And also the reaction of people to our new material or to the older songs that no one has expected that we included in this set list is flawless, is really, really nice. So we have this symbiosis between the old love for the band and the newer, somehow it's almost like an emphasis on these are the guys I've been loving all this time, but in a new form, So we love growing as people, as musicians, as human beings in general, and it's important that we all embrace that because it's beautiful. We are never the same people as we were yesterday, so we try to bring every single tour a new version of Infected Rain.
Ce sentiment de changement est parfaitement illustré avec le single Stranger, paru récemment.
I feel like a lot of people actually are familiar with the sensation where you can't recognize yourself anymore in the mirror. Somehow you please society, you please your loved ones, you please your family, your friends, subconsciously or purposely, it doesn't matter. We all do it, I do it, everybody does it because we love our people, we love our friends, and or we need to follow certain rules at work and so on, you know. So this song is about, you know, becoming someone else and not recognizing yourself anymore, becoming a stranger to yourself. And it's very important to reconnect with the inner child and remember who you are. And remember that it's okay to say no, it's okay to politely say how you want things done or how you want things to be or what you feel today. Because I feel like the world became so sensitive to everything, and it's a big problem even to say, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling like doing this right now, right? Unless it's your straight up duty to your child or so on. But still, there are ways to still maintain your essence, your child, your inner child, you know, because who we are inside is not how we look at all. But if you can look in the mirror and still in your eyes, in that sparkle in your eyes, still recognize that little boy in your case, for example, right? In my case, a little girl that I still remember, then you're doing good. Because time passes, you know, and we age, we change, we transform, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. We have to embrace it, but never forget who you really are deep inside. So really for me, it's a very personal song because it's a feeling that I've been feeling a lot, and I try my best to always ground myself and reconnect to who I am. And if needed, I even take steps back because life is too short, guys. You know, let's be happy. Let's be the true versions of ourselves.
Dans un contexte de transformation, qu'est-ce qui lui permet de garder les pieds sur terre et rester fidèle à elle-même?
Grounded, everything can keep you grounded actually. What helps is to just remember your goals, remember your dreams, you know, and follow them no matter how difficult the challenges are. Honestly, the more difficult the challenges are, the more insistent you have to be. You know, and of course when I say to ground yourself, I mean for a second step back, touch something, feel how it feels, you know, walk barefoot, take deep breaths, look around you and the beautiful things around you, like the trees, the nature. Nature is a big element of reconnecting to my inner personality for sure for me. Definitely a big role in my life. But for everybody it can be different things. Luna, my dog, for example, as well, like she feels me very much, and in moments of need she will signal that, hey, it's okay with her little paw or her little presence, I'm here. So just touching and feeling her fur and feeling every sensation is important. That's what makes you feel alive, and that's what can take you out of your headspace or an anxiety attack or a panic attack. You know, we all have it. We all know what it means. We all have been there, but knowing how to come back is very important.
Stranger est un premier avant-goût de la suite discographique pour Infected Rain. 2 autres nouveaux titres apparaissent d'ailleurs sur les setlists de la tournée.
Yes, besides Stranger, two new songs. First is more like an intro, which represents, in a way, opens and represents this tour. Second is Stranger. And third is a big gift that we brought to every single city. It's a new song that we just decided, just like that, let's bring this song to the tour. And so far people have loved it. You know, we are taking our sweet time with this album, and we don't have a date, anything to promise yet, but definitely next year. However, this year we will be releasing a lot of older material, newer material. We filmed a lot of visuals. We had 2 big get-togethers this year with the band where we filmed so much material. So it's going to be fun, for sure.
This energy, we can create a reality that is in harmony with our goals and aspirations.
L'album Time, paru en 2024, est sorti peu de temps après que la bassiste Alice Lane rejoigne le groupe. Quelle est aujourd'hui son influence dans la création des nouveaux morceaux?
Honestly, our main music composer is our guitar player Vidic, and although we garnish and finalize the songs together, I feel like what Alice brought to the band was more on the energy level, some sort of equality. Now it's 2 women, 2 men in the band, and it feels so right, it feels so balanced, it feels so beautiful. Sorry, 2.5. 2.5. There's this one. Seriously though, Alice has been fantastic. She's such a good friend. She's such a good musician, great human being, and it's good, fresh way to see this band even differently, you know.
Et puisqu'on parle de mutation, dans quelle mesure ces nouvelles chansons annoncent une évolution pour Infected Rain?
It's quite significant. It's not drastic where we play completely different genre, but we will be both visually and sound-wise, we will be bringing innovations. And we love doing that so much. Since album number 1, we tried to show to our audience that we are not afraid to experiment with different genres and different sounds. And it's still us doing that, basically, just a newer version of what we are now.
Ce changement se reflète-t-il aussi dans l'identité visuelle du groupe, notamment avec le nouveau logo?
Yes, of course, we changed logo, we changed so many things actually visually. We have an insane production for us. It's insane, at least, I don't know. Insane production in comparison with all the previous tours. The way the band even looks on stage is completely different. So we will try to bring that with this new album, with this new era of Infected Rain.
L'une de ces nouvelles chansons, Août Supra, permet de voir combien Lena est aujourd'hui capable de passer de scream au chant clair avec fluidité.
Well, I just really like delivering emotions. So for me, this is almost like an endless path of discoveries. And I think that both my vocal teacher with her techniques, which is Melissa Cross, and all the collaborations I've been doing for the past few years have taught me so much. And I've had opportunities to work with my own vocals at home more than ever for the past years because I have my own little vocal studio. And I actually highly suggest to every vocalist to try and build one at home. I built mine with my own hands. It didn't take as much effort as people think. And it really helps to constantly do what you want to do. The more you do it, the more familiar you are with your voice. And I'm not just talking about the way it sounds, but the way it actually is from inside. So I really like to try things out. Some things are not for me, and so I drop them. But some things I discover, oh, this is really sounds fresh, sounds different. So thank you so much for bringing that up. I've tried little innovations vocal-wise with the new material for sure.
Control as I get out. Moment
Quelle chanson interprétée sur scène correspond le mieux à son humeur actuelle?
My mood right now is very much like, I would say, Never to Return. Never to Return is the best definition of the album Time, in my opinion, together with, of course, Dying Light and so on. But Never to Return is just so freaking heavy, lyric-wise, message-wise, and music-wise. It's one of my favorites to perform as well since we got it out. It's both very like, almost like it has Middle Eastern tones in it, and I feel very connected to that because as a child I used to live in Armenia because my father is Armenian, and I feel like a little bit of that is in me, even though unfortunately that was more than 25 years ago and not for too long, but I have, you know, memories still very, very vivid, and some of that music, some of that I don't know, melody, it's still in me, and I feel like I was able to bring it with this song. And little secret, I will do some more of that on the new album. So, and I really, really am having so much fun with it. Like, I feel like it's good for my voice. Like, it's something that comes out easily for me. Yeah.
And the alchemy of good and bad. Are we the hunters?
Infected Rain est en tournée avec Butcher Babies. Lena nous raconte à quand remonte leur amitié.
Well, I know Butcher Babies for a very long time. I'm friends with Heidi Shepard, the singer. Close friends for about 6 years, I want to say, but we've been in touch for a long, long time. We met for the first time in person in 2013. I was actually at one of their shows in LA, and we met in person. So I thought that they're super energetic, very brave. Not too many bands had two singers at the time as well. I think that right now they sound better than ever, to be honest. In this lineup they have right now very strong musicians. And she is a guest artist on one of the songs we played tonight. And every single show, it's such a big pleasure to have her on that song. Yes.
Comment les voix de Lena et de Heidi Shepard se complètent-elles?
Honestly, I think it goes well together, but of course I'm not the right person to be asked. I think the fans should answer this. But I love it. I really love it. I never had a colleague on stage. For me, it's for the first time on this tour that I have a guest artist every night. I believe we only had one time a guest musician long ago in our country, in a local show in our city. But that was about it. But here every night, it's almost like the little cherry on the cake. I love it.
C'est un fait, la présence des femmes dans un métier majoritairement dominé par les hommes s'affirme plus que jamais depuis 2 décennies. Mais marquer cette différenciation a tendance à plutôt agacer Lena.
Honestly, I really hate this diversion people does every time. Like, we are human beings. We are not defined by our sexuality or preferences in religion or preferences in politics or how we look. I feel like music should not be about that. And it's sad that, before it was such a big taboo and we had so little it wasn't really as prominent. Let's say, like you're saying, like a glass was broken and there's more and more. Such talented ladies out there, bass players, guitar players, drummers that you drop your jaw when you see them play, right? And vocalists. I think that we are all made out of, blood and bones and skin, and it shouldn't be about if you're a female or a male. It should be about art, about music, about sincerity, about being true. That's all, you know. And if you have something to say, doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy, doesn't matter how old you are or where you come from, go for it. Should be like that. And I hope that, you know, people stop labeling, oh, it's a female-fronted band, like it's a new genre. Come on, you know.
Depuis le début de cette interview, nous avons une petite invitée, Luna, qui ne semble jamais quitter sa maîtresse. C'est assez inhabituel que les musiciens voyagent avec leurs animaux de compagnie. Comment s'acclimate-t-elle au rythme de cette tournée?
Luna is a very interesting puppy. She is very loving and she has a very strong bond with me. So I feel like wherever I go, as long as she's with me, she's super happy, honestly. Of course, we try to take care of her, all of us. The band, the crew is just so good to her. She loves it. Every time I tell her we go on tour, she's super happy. Yeah, she loves it. Of course, can you imagine how much they miss us when they are home and we have to leave for so long? They have feelings, they get depressed, and it's very, very difficult. I wish rules of traveling with animals were a little bit softer so people could take their animals with them, because it's beautiful.
So I can find you.
Well, unfortunately, I have a physical condition that requires her to be next to me all the time. She literally saved my life multiple times. But other than that, the only adjustments that we do is just close the door so Luna doesn't go out, so we don't lose her. That's literally it, nothing else. Everybody loves her. She brings so much happiness to everybody. Everybody wants to pet her, to take her for a walk, and yeah, it's good. It's very good for your soul. Yeah.
I feel like she knows we're talking about.
Yeah, I know, right? Definitely she does.
Voilà, METALXS, c'est terminé pour aujourd'hui. On se retrouve très très vite pour un nouveau numéro avec toujours plus d'interviews et de contenus inédits. Un immense merci pour votre fidélité et n'oubliez pas de prolonger l'expérience métal sur riffs.fr. Salut!